Hey there, thanks for checking out today's episode number 48. It's a solo show. Yes, it is. I'm going to be talking about a simple strategy that I put together some time ago, and it's something that I put on my calendar and with the intention to kind of check in with myself and what assets I've been creating and what I can do with them moving forward. So this is something super simple that allows you or provides some guidance on assets that you're creating that you could repurpose, blowing off the dust from them and taking a look at how you can reignite it. So this is going to be really helpful for you guys that are looking and are good content creators, but then you're like, yeah, I'm creating all this content. Now what do I do with it? So here you go. This is what I'm going to be sharing today, and you're going to love it. All right, here we go. Let's go. Hey there, I'm Patty Dominguez. You're about to discover what it means to position your brand and your business to stand out. This show explores the stories of small business owners just like you who are bringing their message out to the world and impacting their tribe. So if you want to take your business to a category of one status, then hang with me because this podcast shares everything you need to know about how to be more prolific with your brand so that you can have more profits. Hey there, friend. Thanks so much for checking out today's show. This is going to be a quick one, but massively valuable nonetheless. And this came to mind for me when I was taking a look at some assets that I had. I was talking to a client of mine and we were going through some stuff. And I said, here, you know what? Let me show you an example of what I mean by this, right? I was explaining this whole strategy. And then I came across this small course. It was like a little video course that I had done once upon a time. And I was like, hey, this is actually pretty good. And I had forgotten about it, to be perfectly honest. So I don't know if that happens to you, where you're so in the mode of creating new content that you forget just how good some of your content can truly be, or is, I should say. And what happens is we get all in this mode of doing, then we don't stop to reflect just how valuable these assets become. And I say assets, notice I said assets, because they really are assets if you use them in the right way. So in this episode, I'm just going to share with you a little strategy that I learned once upon a time, specifically to help keep top of mind these things that you create so you don't lose them, right, in the mix. And the first thing is really to recognize, and what I mean by recognize is, if it's an asset that you've created, what was the overall intention? As you know, being an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs provide solutions to people's problems. So when you recognize, okay, what's going on there right now, and you should have a very intimate understanding of your premium prospect, right? That person that you really want to connect with. And if you just continually, I'm always looking very carefully. I look at things from the lens of what are people saying that is causing pain in their world, that is causing a discomfort, an inconvenience, a fear, a trepidation. And then I'm like, okay, I'm recognizing this is what's going on right now in the marketplace. And then what I do is you take a look at the assets that you've created, and maybe you named it like course ABC, but maybe it's time to repurpose it, reposition it a little bit and call it, I don't know, the super fabulous ultimate course on doing XYZ, right? So there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's just a matter of tweaking, but I would be very surprised if you take a look at all of the assets that you have and maybe they kind of ran its course and now it's time to add some reinvention to it. So recognize, what are people talking about right now that is causing a pain for them in their life? And look at the assets that you have, right? And is there something that you can potentially repurpose? Repurpose the content, maybe creating something new, some new videos, but the content is evergreen. You can just re-record a quick video or, blow the dust off of it and put a webinar together. And then you could repurpose that from a lead generation standpoint to create more leads in your world. And so what I'm really saying is you're recognizing that pain, you're repurposing content that you already have, and then you're reigniting it. You're creating a buzz around it, meaning you should be thinking about your top of funnel activities. And by that, I mean, if you're actively seeking to bring in new leads in the world, right? That's the cold market. You're putting out this asset to your cold market. These are people who may not be aware of you, right? So you're putting your content in front of them. This is a great way to repurpose that. And you're reigniting that one asset and just kind of, right, zhuzhing it up, zhuzhing it up a little bit so that you're drawing the attention of a new potential crowd. So again, recognize what's going on in the marketplace, repurpose that content. Maybe you had an audio program, now you just create a video, or maybe the video that you did once upon a time is a little dated. Doesn't matter. The content is there. The structure is there. Why not repurpose it? Why not repurpose it? You should. And then the last thing is just reigniting it, right? Reigniting it in front of your premium prospects, and then putting it out there so that it's attracting some new attention. As a matter of fact, my signature course that I am putting together, literally final touches on it, I'm super stoked about it. It really came as a result of a course that I had created a couple years back. Now, since then, I've added a lot more content for it, but the core framework is there. It was something that I repurposed. It was always there. So I just piggybacked off of what I had already created, added more to it so that it's relevant to what's going on now, because I'm constantly looking and understanding what are people saying. Obviously, people who are my premium prospects, what are people saying that I should know that is causing them pain, right? If I am looking for solutions to my premium prospects' pains, what are they saying, and how can I potentially repurpose content that I've already created? So instead of starting from ground zero or starting from scratch, you can grab something that you've already done and it gets you that much further ahead, because you want to get it out there as soon as you can. Don't worry about it being perfect. As my mentor says, 70% is fine and 100% is failure. Meaning if you tweak and are obsessed with it being just right, that's going to delay you. And really there is no correlation between having it be 100% perfect, which, I mean, let's face it, what does that really mean? It's very subjective, right? If you're waiting for it to be 100% perfect, you're really wasting time and opportunity. And whatever you believe in, I believe in the universe, right? The universe loves speed. Okay, the universe loves speed. So just get it out there. And one of my recent sayings that I've been saying a whole lot is just ship it, ship it, because it's time to put your stuff out there. So I hope this was helpful. Again, recapping, recognize real pain points happening in your premium prospect's life. What are the pain points? How can you make their life better? Because again, we're providing solutions. Number 2, take a look at the assets that you have. What can you repurpose? Instead of starting from scratch, what can you grab off the shelf, so to speak, blow the dust off of it, add some flair to it, update it just a wee bit, and then reignite it, right? Put it out there again so that you're attracting a whole new crowd into your world. All right, that's what I would do. That's exactly what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing with a signature product that I'm launching. It's coming soon. So excited. Positioning to Profit. Not surprising, right? It's tied to the podcast name and really is my signature product. I'm super proud of it because I know it's highly valuable. So if you want to join the wait list, head on over to positioningtoprofit.com. There's a wait list there. But in the interim, just putting the final touches on some things that I'm doing, and I will have some super exciting news coming your way, sharing how I'm spreading the word about just how important your positioning is in order to stand out. Okay, you are you. There's only one of you and almost 8 billion people. Be you, do you in a way that stands out, because you are not a commodity. You should be paid your worth. And trust when I tell you that the big brands are doing it. Why are we not doing that for ourselves? So that is why I do what I do, because I want everyone to highlight what makes them special and positioning yourself as your own category of one. All right. That's it. I'm getting off my soapbox. Hope this finds you well, thriving, and head on over to leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you want to hear. And when you do leave me a rating and review, I'll even give you a shout out. I so appreciate that. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and all the rest that I cover in the outro. And I will see you next time on the next episode of Positioning to Profit. All right. Have a great one. Thank you so much for checking out the Positioning to Profit podcast. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new episodes. And also, it would mean the world to me if you would take a quick moment to leave a rating and review on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or your favorite podcast player. It really helps to get the word out about the podcast and, of course, the featured guests. And lastly, please make sure to connect with me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm on all of them, and use hashtag positioning to profit so that I can search you out and connect that way too. All right. Thanks so much. See you next time.